What's up? This is Six Leaf Clover Fire here, and yesterday's episode of Down the Ladder was bad. I'm gonna make sure this one's better. Um, I'm gonna listen to music. Hopefully, it relaxes me a bit. We'll do another 15-10. I'm playing as black. I'm gonna try not to take as much time thinking in the opening as well. And do the alkynes, Alyokin, that's how it's pronounced. They could play C4, they could play D4. Lots of options. And I'm gonna try to keep my emotions in check, because that's gonna be the most important thing for me. Yeah, Alyokin. This is just an improved version of the Mises or the mainline, in my opinion. So bishop g4 or knight c6 here. Knight c6. And later, bishop g4. Okay, then when I can cut out. Theory. At least I think. I haven't really seen b3. It's gonna be a little hard to castle kingside, but I'm probably gonna castle queenside anyway. And the whites aren't all messed up anymore, which is good. I think if I play at consistent intervals and get used to rapid again, I'll be okay. Because right now I'm used to correspondence and 25 plus 5 over the board. C4. Pretty sure that hangs the rook because of queen e5. Or oh no, it doesn't, because actually, yeah, no, it doesn't, because it's a pen, but it's only a relative pen. So I think. Could rotate the queen to h5. h5. Or queen f5. f5 would be okay. I'll offer check instead, actually. Because this can be a good way to weaken his kingside. Because most likely they don't want to trade queens right now. Or actually they could. Wouldn't hurt them that much. If at all. But if bishop e2, then bishop takes f3, And then g takes f3 has to be played. This is the pin. I would have liked to have been able to fork his king and rook. But just that wasn't possible. If it was a what are those called, true pins, then it would have worked. But since it was just an absolute pin, if it was an absolute pin, it would have worked. But it was just a relative pin, so it doesn't. Okay, they are fine with trading queens. Kind of as I thought. I'm playing as black, so defense is more of the goal. So I'm completely fine with trading queens. He could potentially hang d2, I think, if he fianchettos his bishop. Because then bishop takes f3, bishop takes f3, and no, because of the king. So you have to castle as well. But this is a position I'm quite comfortable with out of the Scandi. This castle. So I need to watch for that fianchetto. If he fianchettos, I can win the d2 pawn through a tactic. e6, no, or e5 works. Do I have a tactic? Maybe knight d4. Does knight d4 hitting the bishop and the knight? Knight d4, knight takes, bishop takes bishop, rook e1, attacking my bishop, rook takes d4. That doesn't work. So I think e5 actually, with possible intentions to play e4. And again, he could fianchetto if I play e5. Fianchetto. And that would just drop a pawn. And e5 is a defended square because of my knight. So I like this move. Usually I would play e6 in a position similar to this. But I think he's gonna screw up and fianchetto. It's not. I'm not hoping he does it, but it's a potential thing he does. And also, e4 is scary, as then they move the knight when I capture the bishop. Even if he plays like, yeah, something like d4 doesn't work either. d3 actually would make sense. Okay, that also makes sense. But what also makes sense is bishop h5, and then if g4, I'm just happy. It's weird because I'm actually pinning his bishop. So, drop back. I think my ideas are quite logical right now. And again, bishop b2 is tempting because then they're attacking e5 twice. And they do play g4. So now I don't have my idea to win d2 anymore, which is fine. Now he's probably going to fan cut out. And then I'll just play f6. Actually, if he fan ketos, there's still, I can play e4 then, picking the knight somewhere. And then I can capture on d2. So I still have that idea to capture on d2. And that would be with a fork as well, since the bishop would be on e2 and yeah, there we go. So I believe that's a blunder because of e4. Trying to think of where the knight could move. Yeah, e4. The knight has to go somewhere. This is one of those critical positions where I have to calculate everything. e4. Yeah, it looks good to me. So here's what I calculated. Watch. Let's see if it works. It should. Unless I miscalculated. e4, and now I have removed the defender of d2. No matter where he wants to go. Like, knight d4 doesn't work because knight takes d4, bishop takes d4, rook takes d4. If knight e5, I just ignore it and play rook takes d2. He's attacking both my knight and bishop, but everything's defended. So I think bishop b2 was either a blunder or a mistake. And this is an idea I had the whole game. Because I knew he was trying to fan cut out. That's the only reason why he would play that. And now rook takes with a fork. And that should be pretty devastating. Then I just need to focus on maybe bishop c5. Yeah, in between. But again, that doesn't hurt. So I'm still forking his two bishops. Actually, that was also probably a mistake because h takes g6, and now h3 is being attacked. So that's what I'm gonna do. Hi, horse. My emotions are in check. I'm feeling better, and I'm feeling used to rapid again. I tried to get a Scooby run earlier, and it didn't work well, which is fine. I have to keep an eye on g7. This is a horrible position for white, though, just objectively, because his bishops are being forked. I also realized something I need to... I'm going to be honest, guys. After yesterday's loss... I was just... I was kind of devastated. Because I've been spending so much time on chess, and it just hasn't been going well. So, Desperado. But then again, still fork after this, because... Well, it's a double attack. It's not a fork anymore. I'm attacking both his bishop and his rook. Oh, actually, that was very clever. Now my opponent's not... I'm still up a lot in material, but they found a good way to save their rook and bishop. Very clever. Now, a couple ideas, actually. I think rook takes h3 is the most punishing, but ideas of knight d4 in the future are also great. So, I'm gonna go for this. I don't have anything to calculate. That's just a hanging piece, or a hanging pawn, I should say. getting closer to victory as well. In here. Now, A2 is hanging at some point. I'm sure. I think rotating my rook over to c3 is great. Because again, it still blocks off my opponent's movement forward with their king, and getting closer to rook 3, c2. So let's take it here. Oh, I really need to get my dark squared bishop involved in the attack. Yeah, my opponent has some really good ideas, but they're just kind of things that just fell apart because I tricked them early on. How do I wanna? I think actually e3. Actually, e takes f3. Rook takes f3. Rook takes f3. E takes f3. Check. Rook takes. Rook takes, and they can't capture back because of the pen. So e takes f3. Check. Bishop can't capture. King can't capture. Rook takes f3. Rook takes f3. Wait, hold on. I miscalculated. Because the king can capture. But that's still... And then rook takes a2. I think that's the whole sequence. So that would put me from +4 to +5. Again. E takes f3. Check. Rook takes f3. Rook takes f3. King takes f3. And then rook takes a2. Or I could just play it now. Takes a2. Then I'm just giving away a pawn for no reason. Also e3. Here's an outpost. I don't want to miscalculate this, so I'm spending some time. Okay, again, the rook trade makes sense. I'd say yes. Rook takes, king takes. As long as I don't miscalculate. King takes. Yep. Exactly. And I am at +5, so I calculated everything correctly. Bishop back. Okay, now what's the game plan? How do I progress? We're getting into kind of tricky territory here. Maybe king d7. I like king d7 actually. As we're closing on the end game, and I don't want rook e8 check to happen. I need to start speeding it up a little though. This game, okay, again, this game should be mine. I just have to be very careful. Like I said, this game should be mine. But yesterday's also, I was talking to people and somebody said I should have won the game, and I agree. So it's like, I know I should have won. I was dominating in the opening, and then I got greedy and tried to win pawns back. When I should have just realized positionally I was ahead. I should not have focused on giving pawns back, or getting pawns back. And I hung mate in 7, but I said my opponent saw it, but they obviously didn't see mate in 7, but they saw the most forcing moves. And they realized, hey, this is going to be a mating net. This is going to lead to victory, and that's exactly what happened. So I was too focused on my attack and not focused enough on my opponents. I was just like, oh, I'm ahead material. I should trade queens, but offering a queen trade, I should have focused, hey, my king is compromised. They can just check, and then I will lose. Especially because I have an open file. So, but with less pieces on the board, okay, that just falls to a fork with knight d4 check. Then I can trade everything off, I think. Knight d4 check. And I can trade everything off, including my rook. You gotta watch for those tricky knights, especially in positions like this. And my knight's defended too, just in case. That's kind of funny. By my bishop. This is the happiest I've been playing chess online in a long time. Other than correspondence, I really enjoy correspondence because I can take a breather. My emotions, I can regulate better. Then everything's a trade. I just had I had a vision, I had an idea in my head of what was gonna work, and it worked. So now all I do is, doesn't really matter to me. I'm gonna march this way, taking the long opposition, and then I just force a queen and win. That's the reality of the situation. I am happy. I am happy again with chess. I'm gonna make a video. Soon. And explain some things. I wasn't gonna make it this soon, but I need to. We'll talk about it. This is lucky number 42. This is the Hitchhiker's Guide number 42. I'm extremely pleased with how I played this game. I think I played it extremely accurately. Like I mentioned before, I'm a very good, well, I should say I have a very strong understanding of the Scandi and the modern Scandi and the variations that arise. And I recognize that a lot of times the opponents play the Aliokin's Scandi in response. I think that was my very first episode of Down the Ladder. My opponent played an Aliokin Scandi against my Scandi, and it ended up just being a better Mises or mainline variation. You see what I mean? Now, genuinely, there's not too much to think about in this position. I'm a little worried that my opponent's just gonna run the timeout. But that's okay as well, because we can just talk. If they do that, though, I will report them. It's poor sportsmanship. And genuinely, like, I'm not saying I've never been a poor sport, because mostly I beat myself up. And then I beat myself up because I'm like, well, I was winning and then I lost. And that shouldn't have happened. Or I just got destroyed the whole game. Something. But that, me getting destroyed the entire game doesn't happen as much anymore, because I have a strong, in my opinion, a very strong opening repertoire, which I'll talk about again in the future as well. I'm extremely, like, this is my lifelong opening repertoire. Oh, draw, no. Sorry, but I just realized the draw pop up. I can't accept a draw. This is not an appropriate time to ask for a draw. I'm up 5 points of material. You have 3 pawns. I have a bishop and 5 pawns. There's no world in which I accept a draw. Or anybody. Sorry, not sorry. I think they're just gonna run the timeout, or try to flag me. Like, wait until I leave and then play with like 1 second left. That happens as well. It's rare. But if he or she lets the abandon, that is fine. I'm not gonna report him. That's fine. I think he got a little tilted, which is, I get it. I had a really good plan early on. Like, I recognized, hey, there's a good tactic here. If I remove the defender by trading my bishop for his knight, then I can take his d2 pawn after he fianchettos and then fork his 2 bishops. And that's indeed what happened later, but I was very patient. That was my plan, and I think it was a very good plan. Had they not fallen for it, though, the point is I was slowly improving my position each time. That's the most important thing. Because Hope Chess would be like, well, I see the best response from my opponent, but even so, I'm still going to try this mate threat anyway and just hope that they don't see it. That's Hope Chess. Fortunately, that's a very easy thing to solve. The only issue, though, is a lot of times people don't see the right move. And people call it Hope Chess, but it's not, because they genuinely thought that they were making it like a brilliant move. I only had 1 mistake. I'm extremely happy with this. 84.8%. Got a nice tactical find. That's exactly what I was planning this whole time. Let's review. 1300. My opponent played well. Had some mistakes, no blunders. I played everything very well. Very, very well. 1600. They played well above as well. 1300. Again, my opening knowledge was just better as well. So let's talk about it. Yeah, B3 is not something that I typically see. But again, that's the awesome thing. You don't necessarily have to have every line memorized. But if you see something that is not a line or not theory, you're like, huh, that's probably not the best move. How can I punish it? Or how can I improve my position? And I continued as normal with bishop g4. Now I'm ahead. Yeah, c4, I was not fond of this move. I'm glad I calculated. because I thought I had this because of this, but no, that's just a relative pin. This would have been a huge mistake, as you can see. Big blunder. So you can do all this, right? Okay, well in this case, it looks like they had a in-between move. So you did they just take the knight first in between, and then they're up 3. So I'm glad I didn't fall for that. Instead, I played the correct move, the best move actually, because I recognized, hey, trading's only going to benefit me because I'm playing as black, and as you like every black opening, well, not every single one, most of them have the word defense in it. There's a reason for that, because you are playing at a disadvantage. Okay, so trading queens was a mistake. I genuinely was not expecting that. Computer likes queen f6. Hitting the rook, so queen f6. And I would have to play here. And then I would still have this, right? I think is the point. Okay, so that move doesn't work. But this is what I'm looking at right now. So even though this move is inaccurate, practically speaking, you're creating some long-term weaknesses. Again, the queens are off the board, so it might not be that bad. But these are still double isolated pawns. Like this could lose an endgame. So I don't think bishop takes f3 is really an inaccuracy. Oh, I know why it's an accuracy. I just saw computer likes this. So it's like don't rush to take. You can really punish. What? Oh, okay. So computer likes this. This gets really complicated. Complicated. Because now there's this, and then there's this pseudo pin, I would say, because you're still attacking the queen. There's all of this, so that would take some calculation powers that I would probably be able to do in a game. But still, that's not easy. I don't hate this move. I do believe I did think about this at one point. Even though it's practically a mistake, I'm going from a very much a winning position to still winning. Right? So saying e5 right away, just to really punish them. Going for this. Because here's what could happen, I guess. e5. Mistake, right? Okay, just a good move. But then you can go here. And they would have to... Okay, they can well... Something look like... Oh, it works because, look. So, what do you capture? I think you still capture the bishop. Undevelop the knight. Because they don't have check. Undevelop the knight, and then... I'd really just go for... Probably go for... Probably castle. I'd still probably castle queenside. But I like this. Something like this could be played in the future as well. And then castle queenside. I don't know. Something like that. Interesting. But, okay. I castle queenside. Not horrible, but it was a poor enough move to give the advantage back to white, and I can see that. Yeah, castling is a mistake because of the c5 move, right? Because now the positions, I just realized the positions have changed. My rook covers this whole file, so no longer is it possible to put your knight here to defend. Good move. I go back. I like this pen. Again, yeah, inaccurately, look how weakened their king is. She went out so bad. Bishop here. And then exactly as planned. Trigger light Yagami. Exactly as planned. This is the move I've been waiting for this whole game. Because it was very obvious that Bishop B2 was his plan as early as move 6. So I correctly have been planning that tactic the whole time. Now again, not hope chess because I recognize, hey, there's a chance he doesn't fall for it. And by the time that my bishop got here, I thought my plan didn't work anymore. And then I realized, oh wait, I have b4. So it does still work. e4. Now my opponent's in huge trouble. Going after this, but they don't realize what's about to happen. I don't think. Only good move. Tactically, fantastic. Because it just wins a pawn and it forks. This is fine, I guess. There's not really a very good move here, but again, it just allows me to capture back and have this. So now I have all of this. Desperado is kind of pointless. I don't really see the point of the Desperado. Actually, it was clever because I actually do get the point. Is after recapturing, then they can actually defend. Everything's defended now. This is hanging. But that was a really clever Desperado idea by my opponent. Wasn't the best move, but still clever. Okay. So yeah, I did mention knight d4. But I was like, a free pawn. I actually really like this move because look how weak this king is. Whereas my king's completely safe. King up. King over. Rotated as I said. Rook c3. Oh, that's why I did play. Rook h4. Yeah, so just staying here. I could have. And then I correctly calculated, okay, I'm up 4. I play this up. But if I play this right, I win a pawn. I actually won this pawn. So this took 1, 2, 3. It was a 3-move calculation. Oh, I did miss something. I missed this fork. Which I did later play. But that's much better. And then we're in the position that we get later on in the game. But sooner. So, less room for error. Okay, I did that. That's fine. Hey! King d7 is the best move. There could have been equally as good moves, it looks like, but I'm really proud of this move because it takes care of this rook. Takes care of the rook. Okay. Now I do the fork, right? I just trade everything. Take opposition and win. And that is best. This is opposition. Best. And then at some point they're just stuck in zigzag. I can waste moves as well. Kick the king out. I can block. It doesn't matter. This was, yeah, it's mate 20. So, very interesting game. I'm very happy with how I played. I don't know why I should have a list of all my downloaders, but that's fine. But I'm very happy. I played at 84.8%. Quite good. I had a great move. And what I'm really proud about is that I had a tactical idea very early on, and I was able to trick my opponent into going for it. You see what I mean? So I think that's a strength in my favor. I don't hate this move because, like, what? That's him by threatening a rook. Oh wait, why are we all the way back? I don't know. Oh, yeah, it's saying just go here. Got it. Because, yeah, we've already covered that. Okay, that's fine. I'm very happy with how I played. Thank you so much for watching, and I think I'm officially back now. Thank you. Peace.